So technically I should be streaming on Twitch and YouTube also at the same time. Right. So I am on Twitch, and I believe I'm on YouTube as well. Right. I feel like my monitors are a bit like tilted to one side. Right, let me get the, there we go. And I'm just gonna put it in here. Wait, stream for a bit. There we go. Boom. Right, my hair is looking a little crazy, as you can tell. I don't know, I'm just like, my hair is getting way too long. At this motherfucking point, I don't know if I should cut it or just keep it growing because I look like the long hair, but yeah. Okay, so what is the idea behind this stream? A few days ago, browsing on Reddit, I stumbled upon this emulator, and I just loved the idea so much. Like, just seeing this. Actually, let me lower this a little bit because you guys may not be here. Yeah, here. How can I do this? How can I do this? How can I do this stream? Maybe. Not really. Here it is. Okay, so there should be a. Okay, no, there's no. Okay, pop out chat. There we go. And then there should be a. Open another window. Yeah, there we go. Okay, great. So yeah, I basically came across this emulator, and it was like, shit, I'm doing another chiphead emulator as well, and this just looks a lot cooler than the one that I'm doing, and I just thought this might not be that complicated to do, since I'm pretty much already doing that through text. If I do something like shit, I don't know what to do. Rums. After that, chiphead. Okay, for example, like this, then I could say, okay, I stop the execution, and then I do F5. So I get all those different things. So it would just be a matter of printing those things into the MySDL window, which shouldn't be that hard. So that's basically what I want to get done with. Pretty much. Alright, so let me. I guess I can close this tab. Guess I can close that one as well. Alright, hype. What do you mean by hype, buddy? Alright, so the way that I should be doing this is pretty much by modifying the objects thing, which is I already have a texture in here. So I should just start bottom, maybe using, because I'm gonna have to use a bunch of different textures for this. So I also know, I don't know if I should go and execute once, that window render, and then texture. By overlaying, do you mean like a GUI ROM selector kind of thing? I mean more like this. I don't know if it's an overlay is the right thing to call it, but this, like, you can see the screen, and then you can have the instructions and the registers and the index and all that sort of stuff. I don't know if that's an overlay, but fuck it. Oh, like system internals. Yeah. That's what I want. I guess it's, yeah, should be like showing system internals. But I do know that that doesn't sound very good for a title. Alright. So let me put this here. Fuck it, I'm just gonna start with textures. Okay. Well, why do I not have my harpoon set up? Well, I'm gonna have this in here. I'm gonna have functions. Then I'm gonna go here. There we go. Very true indeed. Right, so what do I need in here? Can I just get rid of this? Probably cannot, but fuck it. So I have my texture and then I have my file name. There we go. Okay, so I should probably do something like main screen texture, something like that. So you're now main screen. That's not what I wanted to say. Screen texture. And then I'm also restarting my own 2-page project with my new dev environment because I feel more equipped to toggle it than a month ago when I first started. I'm also using Raylib this time around to make that part a little easier. What do you mean by new dev environment? What have you changed? What does that mean? So I guess I'm looking for texture. Main screen texture. Main screen texture. I shouldn't have any problem. There we go. So now I can start adding new texture. It should be SDL texture. Let's just start with instructions texture. Alright, so now I can just go over here and say dot instructions texture equals null. Boom. Linux versus Windows is the big one. Much more enjoyable for me right now. Absolutely, my man. Windows was a nightmare. Windows is a nightmare. But yeah, what are you using in Linux? What distro are you rocking right now? Alright. This sounds good. Here we go. Arch. Damn. You've gone straight to Arch on your first Linux experience. That's brave. Okay, so instructions texture. I'm just gonna do a. Actually, I should probably start with one. Arch with a GNOME. Damn. That's not a very popular thing to do, but fuck it. Okay, so I have my instruction texture now. Alright, so I'm just gonna copy this, boom, and then do instruction texture. Oops. I've had Arch for over a year on my laptop, but I haven't done any dev on it. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. So instruction. I guess I can get rid of that. Then I can say boom. Okay. So I have my screen width and my screen height. so this was the height and the width, right? Yeah. So it's not the position necessarily. Okay. Guess I'll have to change this as well for this one. Now I need to go into. I'm gonna need to add fonts, but I'm not sure if SDO2TF works with SDO3. Hopefully yes. Seashore. Okay. Please tell me there's yeah. There seems to be one. Do I just get access to that one by installing SDO? Or do I need to install something else? TDF. Font. Test font. That doesn't sound very official to me. Installation well, if this is the same one that I had before, then this should work. TDF. SL3 TDF. I have one. Interesting. Alright, so back in here, I had to also initialize init video, but I think I also had to initialize the font as well. There we go. Okay, so I have to open the font, whatever. What the hell? Okay. Right. TTF in it. Okay. So let me just do TTF in it as well. So this should be right after here. Can I use SDL log error even before I've done SDL in it? I guess I can, but not 100% sure. Okay. So snippet is as a screen. I guess I've tested it enough. All the GBait components. Sure. Right. So now I should do something like TTF. All right. Category. Okay. Right. I don't need to see my goddamn face. Let me get rid of this. Alright. So as I've done this, and I got my font, I guess I could do... I mean, I could try and test doing this thing. I mean, having like both surfaces at the same time. Okay. Let's just try and see. So let's just say that every time that I want to draw the graphics, let's just say that I want to draw another thing as well, like a rect on my second texture. So drawing rect to texture, SDL rectangle to texture, and SDL to SDL rendering target. But this is not kind of what I want. SDL said rendering target. Whoops. Fill rect on that surface to set the color and then use create texture from surface. No, I don't want to create a fucking surface. I mean, sure, it's not the most optimal way of doing things, but I'm sure it's possible to do that. Let's see, render texture. But this is render texture. There we go. So, what parameters do you accept? So you can get an f-rect. Pointer to the source rectangle. Alright, so let's see if I have a SDL f-rect called test rect, right? And I want you to be 200, 200, 200, 200. I don't know what this even means, but pretty sure it's X, Y, and then within height. F right X Y and then with it height. Okay, so let's just do it this way. Alright, so now that I have this, I should do SDL render texture. I'm gonna have to get my render, my texture. This is no, and then this is test. I'm not so sure about this, but fuck it. Alright. So then afterwards, what we're gonna do with this. I mean, this doesn't even have a color, so. Fill rect. Fill surface rect. Render fill rect. Will this even work? What undefined reference to TTF in it? Oh yeah, I gotta pass some flags to the make file. Right. So SL3 and then SL3. Do I have to add that in there? Turns out I do. L3 TTF. Wait, what? Okay, so it wasn't found. Pretty weird if you ask me. Oh, because it's okay. It's not an underscore. Okay. What about this one? That one is. There we go. So now if I do simulate, and then this one, for example. And I do get everything in there. Render texture. Do I have to do some sort of update texture? Technically I shouldn't, but SDL update texture. Okay, so direct structure representing the area to update or note of the to update the internal texture. Pixel format, sure thing, texture access. Texture can be used as a render target. Changes frequently lockable. What the hell does this even mean though? What is the difference between... I mean, I guess they change frequently, so I can keep them streaming. Okay. So this for some reason does not work. Can draw a bunch of no. So give color to SDL rect. Set render draw color, what the hell? Then call as your render fill rank with your sure to fill it, use fill rect. Alright, so let's do set render draw color. So let's say use this. And I'm just gonna say that you are 255. 255, 255, and then 255 again. Alright, so then I should do, I declare my test, and then I should do SDL render fill rect with objects dot render, and then test rect. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. Alright, so I'm not getting anything. I mean, sure they're the same width and the same height, but I don't know. There should be some sort of thing. Alright, so this does not change a thing. Okay. So nothing happens. Again. Let's see if this guy has some answers for me. SDL. How can I have multiple SDL textures in the same render slash window? Image load texture render image 1. A surface. Wait, why do I have to create a fucking... Okay, but I don't have any surface in here. You can even render a third texture with a different size. So obviously I do clear. To clear this one. Then I do render copy. Still render copy. Do I not have this in SDL3? That would be a shame. Turns out I don't. Alright, render copy a portion of the texture to the current rendering target. So, do I just not have this function? SDL render copy. Rename SDL render texture. Okay. Good to know. And then and render a third texture with a different size. So this would be like SDL render texture, the same thing. SDL render texture, you can even render a third texture with a different size. But yet again, I'm not setting any color in here. Render copy, SDL render present. The render once you copy texture matters. Texture copy layer will be drawn on top of texture's copy layer. This is how you control the drawing order or the setting next to your sprite or images. Actually, that's probably why this is happening now. If I do this, nope. Still get a awful lot of nothing. Interesting. Do I even clear? I do. Clear. Let's see how update texture. What am I doing an update texture for? Texture access, update texture within your pixel data. Update texture. I've just been spraying instruction texture. Pixels, what if I just don't want to update this bad boy? Pitch. The number of bytes in a row of pixel data including pattern between lines. fuck does that mean, bro? The fuck? Oh, it's a rect. Okay, well then, I officially have no idea what you want from me. Like, whoop. But yet again, I'm updating this and then I'm doing the new texture, so this should be drawn on top of the texture of the old one. Yet that is not what's happening here. The order in which you copy the texture matters. Guess I'll have to like the video. Alright, so in STL, how can I have multiple textures in the same window? Create a single window and render auto create multiple textures called SEL render copy, which they're still stuck in SEL2, but I guess that's okay. Finally call SEL render present once per frame. So I have surface, create texture from surface. So you are creating a texture from surface. Did I not do that in this project? I would like to believe so, but I'm not that sure. Free surface. So what the hell does this mean? So wait, why do I have to create a texture from a surface? Lives in system RAM, stores raw pixel data, good for loading and manipulating pixels, not very fast to draw repeatedly. When you load an image, it still gives you a surface to actually display with however actually render. You need an XDL texture, unless the surface pixel into GPU memory is a texture. What if I don't want to load an image into the texture, but rather maybe text or just showing plain colors for now to test? You have to load an image to make a texture, set run the draw color, clear the screen. That's maybe why I haven't done this, because I've already cleared it. Yeah. Yeah, but yet again, so I clear the screen. I don't think this is gonna have that much of an impact, but yep, does not change a thing. Still render present. Draw shapes, rectangles. Render fields rect. Create a blank texture to draw. Set render type target. Set the texture as the current render target. Whoa. What? Okay, so that might be a bit of what I'm trying to get. Set render dark color. Set render texture. Set render target. Actually. Okay, but for this I'll need to actually be target so that they can actually be selected as a render target. Target. There we go. And I'm actually gonna get rid of this for now because this does not make any difference. Okay, so this I'll make my objects that render, and then my texture, which in this case should be my objects dot instructions texture. Okay, so now that I've set this, you tell me to set the texture as the current render target, and then draw whatever you want, colors, rectangles, etc. So I set my okay, then I clear. This is how you create dynamic textures. Okay, so you're telling me I could. What's going on here? Is this how it was before? Okay, loaded. Source. Yeah. Alright, so. I actually did not mean to do that. Fuck. Okay. There we go. So, now that I've set the render target to this, I could do SDO render clear, which this should clear my texture. Right. Set render draw color. Right. And then I clear. Then I have render copy. Okay, so then I do render fill rect. Do I even have to do that? I guess I still have to do that. Shit, I'm gonna guess that's what I need to do. Let's do render texture. Okay. So I guess I'll have to do, once I'm done with this, SDL set render target to objects rendered, and then just no. I am not trusting this at all. Hey! Motherfucker, it worked. Okay. Okay, it worked. It actually worked. Right, well, I was not really trusting my guy with that one. But turns out it actually did work. Okay. I mean, he did miss a few things, like, you know, I guess we're just gonna ignore, you know, fill rect. Sure thing. But, yeah. Okay, so now that I have this, the thing is, I'm occupying the entire screen with the other texture, and I don't want that. So, what can I do with this? That's interesting. Alright, so what can I do with this then? What if I just want to move? Okay, so what is So this is the position, and then there should be just screen height times. Well, if this is, yeah, but let's just do it for now like this. Screen. So I want the height to be, so it should be width and then height. I'm just going to do a screen width times screen factor divided by 2. Then this is going to be just screen okay. Height divided by global and then multiplied by global config dot scale factor. And I'm just gonna take this, and this should just okay. Now I want to have the screen, chip 8 screen, on the other side of this. So I guess with how am I supposed to do this? Main texture. What if I just have I don't think this is gonna be the fix, but guess I'll have to try. Okay, not at all. Fuck. Right. Scale mode. Nearest, I don't think this is something that I should be looking into. Render texture. So, what if I want one texture? Or wait, what if I want both textures to exactly occupy half of the screen width without overlapping each other? Is that what it is? If I want to texture side by side, it's taken. Whoa, okay, so I create my window, my thing, and then I do this left half. Shit, but how am I gonna fucking do this shit now? You're not really giving me much here for the texture. This is kind of what I have here. Destroy texture. Wait, do I have to destroy textures? Okay, so this is after I'm done with this. Okay. So I guess I'm clean up. I'll have to say this is here. Wait, clean up. Yeah. Let's say I'll destroy render. No, but this is not what I have. To take a look into that. Key parts. This ensures the first texture takes left out of the window and the second takes the right half. No overlaps, no gaps, made exactly in the middle. Scale automatically if a window is resized. I'm not really too cared about that. I mean, too worried about that. What if one texture so what if one side of the things is then I have render clear, which I've already done, target, and then I do run the texture. Okay, so what if one texture is rendered? To be honest, I've used ChatGPT to help me learn cartoon animation a few times. And it ends up pissing me off more often than not because I have to keep reminding it of every little detail. LOL. Yeah, I mean, for me right now, it's pissing me off in the way that it's doing, or it's using SDO2. Meanwhile, I'm using SDO3, and I could tell it like, hey, you know, I'm using SDO3, but it would still use the functions of SDO2 because it has not been updated with the, I guess, most recent version of SDO. But anyways, it's rendered in the following way. Could I still have both textures occupy half of the string with no overlap? Alright, yes, you can still split the window in half. Right now your code has random texture. Suppose your window size is 800. Okay, so this is low-key what I thought. So I just have to set it SDO effect of the main window rect, which is going to be my X and Y. It's going to be X is going to be screen height. Screen height, but the texture has a certain size. Let's just do it like this now. Times text dot scaling. Sorry, global config dot scaling factor. It was the same for me when I was trying to learn SEO, and I haven't tried since. Especially the main handling being the SEO2 way and SEO3, it'll change. Yeah, I also had quite some trouble with that, you know, because I think that's, I mean, it changes a lot from SEO2 to SEO3. The whole event handling and the keyword and input handling changes a lot. Okay, so screen height, whatever. This is going to be actually. Be times my Y is going to be 0, my width and height is going to be this, put it on the screen. I've actually done height, width, or width, that's what I want it to be. So your width as well. To be a screen height. Actually, I just need to be the screen height times global config dot scaling factor. Okay, so now what I do update texture, I should use rect. This should be a rect. So I guess I can get rid of this because this does not have to be a float anymore. So now I could say oh wow, that's not what I was hoping for. SEO set render target, whatever. I mean, I guess that's kind of a problem as well. So I update the texture. Oh, okay. It's with render texture. Wait, what? Why are you using render texture now after you used copy texture? I mean, render copy. This is SDO2. This is SDO3. I mean, whatever, bro. Okay, so this is not what I had to use. My fault. So now what I have to use is render texture. Parameter of type, so you do have to be an f-rate. Okay. Did I set this? Hey, there we go. Okay, so we got a split screen. Right. I don't know how to play this, but I guess this is what I wanted to get. Okay. Now this looks very bad. I don't know how I'm gonna fix this up just so that it actually updates properly. I don't know if I should update the screen. I guess I should update the screen in a different way, like kind of independently from the rest of the, I guess, textures, because this might execute instructions that might not affect the screen at all. This might happen as well. I don't know. I'll have to take a look into that, but this is definitely done now. Okay. I should probably do a brunch, but I should probably change the, what if I do git checkout? So let's B, is it the one? Overlay. And do I have the changes in here? I do, great. Okay, so started with the overlay right now. I got two separate textures on the same screen. So render on this place just white, and the other is in charge of the chip 8 screen. Okay. Sorry, not me. Origin, overlay. Okay. There we go. So I do have my deer branch in here, right? Now it should just be a matter of displaying the text that I want to display and updating it updated everything correctly. I'm not sure if I should keep all of this within the same file, but at the same time, how am I gonna access all this information? I guess I could just, I'm only gonna read from it. I'm only gonna read from the memory, from the registers, from the opcode, from whatever. I'm only gonna read it. So I guess I could do something with that. In the sense that it's not going to be modified. So I could set it as a const. So I could pass it as some sort of parameter in a function that might be implemented in another file. That could be something, I don't know. But yet again, how would I manage the call of set function? I'm not sure. I'll have to think about that. Try and see what I come up with. Okay. Almost an hour. I think it's the perfect time for me to go to sleep. It's almost 1 a.m. So yeah, I'll be back on this tomorrow. Thank you guys for being here. I'll be back tomorrow as well. Well, more like today, but you get it. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you for being here. I don't have much else. Thank you once again. Thank you. Bye. Boom.